Welcome to the Eklavya Universes. I am Ravindra K. I know that all of you are, the most of you are software career aspirants. In order to realize your software career dream, you spend a lot of money, lot of time, etc. But unfortunately, some of you succeed and many of you can't. In order to address this issue in the most effective manner, I have developed a universal solution as well as a universal system. I have incorporated many out-of-the-box ideas in the system, and no other system in the world, no other programming training system adapted these features. This system is Eklavya Universes. Eklavya Universes, one system, all of IT career. Through this system, I am going to provide you A to Z support to evolve you as a self-made industry-ready programmer. For this purpose, I am not expecting any programming background. And simply, you sit right at your home and prepare everything. Ultimately, you will be evolved as a self-made industry-ready programmer. That too, this is a short-term program of 100 days. And I am going to provide you 15 weeks weekly study plan also. If we strictly adopt this study plan, at the end of 15 weeks, means almost 100 days, you will be evolved as a self-made ready, industry-ready programmer, and you will be in a position to choose your job. You can choose your job. That point you have to understand. Here, industry-ready programmer means what software industry is expecting from a fresher recruitee. That point you have to understand. Through this training, you acquire all the knowledge as well as skills which are expected by the software industry from a fresher recruitee. That point you have to understand. I request you one thing. This is a matter of a 15 to 20 minutes video. In this, all the relevant points I am going to explain to you. This acts like a roadmap to evolve as a self-made industry-ready programmer. That's why I request you watch the video up to the end. Before entering into the world of programming studies, every student gets some doubts. The doubts should be first clarified. I feel that it is my responsibility to clarify such doubts. The first and foremost out of them is which language we have to choose, which programming language we have to choose. For your information, there are tens of programming languages in the programming world. For example, namely C, C++, C#, Java, Python, R, JavaScript, Go, Shift, etc. and all that. These languages are not like programming languages, are not like human languages, namely English, Hindi, Tamil, Kannada, Telugu, etc. and all that. All these programming languages are having their own feature, unique features and unique capabilities and the unique demand in the software industry. Then, which language you have to choose? Then, what I say is follow the leader to climb the ladder. Python is the leader. For past 5-6 years, Python stood in the top position in the programming world because of its versatility, high demand and high salary, etc. and all that. Python supports 10 plus technologies, namely operating system development, programming language development, business applications, GUI applications, video games, embedded systems, data science, artificial intelligence, machine learning, etc. and all that. 10 plus technologies it supports. All these technologies are having high demand in the market. And if you master any technology out of that, you get a good job with a good salary. But the salary may be different depending on the branch. But the essential prerequisite is to study. In order to study any of these technologies, first you must master core Python. Nobody talks about that. You must master core Python. That is like a trunk of the tree. All these are branches. This point I explain in another video, and first you have to understand that. So Python is the leader. That's why now I am offering a master plan to master Python. Master Python, That's why if you want to get a bright software job, you can choose Python language as your first programming language. And one more, many lies are propagated in the market. So first I have to tell you certain facts. You must believe two facts. The first one is learning programming is the easiest among all application-oriented studies. What are the application-oriented studies? You know the branches in engineering, namely civil, mechanical, electrical, electronics, biotechnology, automobiles, aeronautics, etc. And all. There are tens of branches. Then programming studies are also one of the application-oriented studies. The difference between programming studies and other application-oriented studies is, for all other application-oriented studies, the essential prerequisite is you must have a big lab. For that purpose, millions of rupees one should spend. No individual student spend for that. And the second one is, those are not suitable for self-study. Some instructor should be required. As far as learning programming is concerned, this is the best suited for self-study. For this purpose, no big lab is required. You should have one computer. If you are not in a position to afford big money, then you can purchase a computer in second-hand market, dual core or core to do a computer. You may get it for just 5,000 rupees. That is enough for all your preparation until you settle in the job. That point you have to understand. So, if you have 3 C's, computer, commitment and common sense, you will be evolved as an industry-ready programmer for your bright first software job. 3 C's, you remember, computer, commitment and common sense. Regarding these 3 points, in next video, I explain in detail, and please watch that video. Second one, securing a software job is the easiest among all other professional jobs. You know, many professional jobs like a doctor, lawyer, chartered accountant, cost accountant, architect, etc. and all that. Actually, for all these professions, lakhs of rupees one should spend. And they take minimum 4 years time, 4 to 10 years time they take to settle. As far as programming studies are concerned, according to my system, in order to acquire a bright first software job, just 100 days are enough. 100 days are enough. I am providing A to Z support to you, and I don't expect any programming background. Simply sit right at your home and prepare. And one more thing I have to tell you. Here, many people tell in order to get benefit, they tell many lies and all that. Actually, these 2 elements are the perfect truth. But you need not believe me blindly. For that purpose, I am offering 5 hours of programming challenge to you. You must accept that. 5 hours programming challenge, which is not available anywhere in the programming world. This is my brainchild that I am offering to you. This is Python 5 hours programming challenge. This you need to expect. For that, you don't require any programming background. You accept this programming challenge. This 5 hours module is divided into 5 training sessions of 1 hour each. 1 hour each, 5 training sessions in the name of Python FeelGood Webseries. Daily you take up 1 training session of 1 hour, and you watch the concepts and work out whatever programs are there. Maximum 2 to 2.5 hours you have to work per day. At the end of the 5th day, you perform 5 projects like a professional. 5 projects like a professional. For that, I am not expecting any programming background. 100% you will succeed. I got 80% success rate in this. That's why I am very confidently offering to you, and you work out. 100% you will succeed. Then, after that, you think of what is the next step. Suppose if you are not succeed in this challenge, just ignore that. My system is not compatible for you, and you may choose any other system. So, after realizing the facts, then you think of the next step. Then I will provide you what you require and all that. Just 15 weeks of challenge, just approximately 100 days. And I am going to give you everything, 15 weeks of study plan also I am going to provide you. By accepting our 5 hours of programming challenge, you can derive a number of benefits. First, you may not have an idea regarding programming. Now, by performing these programs, you can understand what is programming. And as I told you already, you perform like a professional. What is the professionalism in programming also you can understand practically. Theoretically these are not possible. And other important thing is whether you are compatible with the programming studies as well as our system. If you are not, because of your own reasons, if you are not compatible with your programming studies or our system, then you have to think twice to pursue this or not. That is very, very important. So your compatibility with our system is very core. Once it is proved that you are compatible with our system, you can go ahead with self-confidence. And here already I told you, I am providing you a master plan to master Python to secure a bright first software job just within 100 days of your endeavor. Actually, which capability should you have? That is main consideration. Nobody talks about that. That's why specifically I am explaining that you must acquire 3 capabilities to evolve as a self-made industry-ready programmer. The first one is subject-oriented communication skills. How you can get? By acquiring conceptual command. Means by owning the concept. Whatever you can own, that you can deliver to somebody. That point you have to understand. If you do not own something, how can you give it to others? Here I am talking about owning concepts. Owning concept means simple example I tell you. What you did yesterday? I asked you one question. Without any reference, you are able to explain what you did yesterday and all that, one by one activity and all that. Because you own that concept that is registered in your brain. Here I am providing you such capability, owning concept to my video book. This is a Python all clear video book on complete core Python. Already I told you, this is a trunk of that. These are all branches. First you must master this. Okay. And it consists of 300 concepts and 200 programs. Every concept I explained through the video lectures, meticulous video lectures I have given. 60 hours of video lectures I am providing through DVDs. 60 hours that you have to complete within 100 days. It's not a big task and all that. So if you want, you watch the concept twice, thrice until you own it. That is very important. So without owning concept, you never become a leader. You know that who can speak well, who are good speakers, evolve as leaders. Here in programming world also, if you own the concepts, then you can explain to others and you can lead the teams. So first one is subject-oriented communication skills. Many of you think communication skills means speaking in English. Speaking in English is very essential, no doubt about that. But without having subject, what you speak? Suppose I ask you one question on Python. You do not know Python. What you explain in English? That's why English speaking is very much required. That capability is very core. And at the same time, you must own the concept. The first and foremost important concept is subject-oriented communication skills. Then only you can face any interview. If you want to get any job and all that, first you are interviewed. That point you have to understand. If you do not succeed in the interview, you cannot get a job. The second one is programming skills, not coding skills. Actually, you see many advertisements acquire secure coding skills. That is wrong. Programming skills is bigger. This is programming skills. It consists of five phases. Coding skills comes here. This is not full. Now you have to acquire programming skills. In different video I explain about that. And don't be misled by the people for their commercial ends and all that. They talk about coding skills. Coding skills are very important, no doubt about that. This is part of the programming skills. That point you have to understand. For this purpose, I am providing you web series. This is a totally new innovative technology in the world of programming studies. Because of this web series technology only, from the day one of your learning, regardless of your programming background, you start writing programs. While writing programs only, you learn concepts and own them without extensive reading and all that. You can own the concept and many benefits you can get. The third and very important thing is you should be elevated. You should be different from others who are in job market. For that purpose, you should understand international standards and secure international certification. For that purpose, I am providing you an online system and chapter wise, whatever chapter you study and all that, for that you can write exam. Chapter wise online test you write. Those tests were developed strictly according to the international standards. And here in this book, there are 15 chapters. And for every chapter, I am providing you online tests. There are module tests and there are final subject-oriented tests. So you must remember that if you acquire these 3 capabilities and all that, you will be evolved as a self-made industry-ready programmer, and you compete with anybody, with your competing peers in the job market, and you will be in a position to select the job of your interest. That point you have to understand. It is not at the mercy of anybody. Software industry is in a dire need of right candidates. Once you acquire the three capabilities, no doubt about that, you will be the #1 candidate. What the software industry is expecting from a fresher recruiting. And then you can get number of jobs. If you attend 10 interviews, at least half a dozen jobs you can get. You can choose best out of them. Now, I am providing you a pragmatic weekly study plan to you. Regardless of the strength of your system, your self-confidence, commitment, etc. and all that, if you don't have perfect study plan and all that, you may not finish a course. That's why I am offering you the simplistic and a minimum study plan of 15 weeks, and what you have to do in every week I prescribe, and if you want to complete it much faster also you can do that. That is up to you. But this is the minimum study plan. If you are aspiring a software job, bright software job and all that, minimum you should adopt this study plan. Here, weekly study plan, as I told you, here 15 weeks. Weekly, you have to study one chapter. One chapter, already I told you, this book, this is a core Python, consists of 15 chapters. Weekly, one chapter you complete. It is not a big thing, completing one chapter, and immediately after that, I provide you online tests. Online tests were developed according to the international standards. I provide you a online learning management system. It provides you everything, A to Z. It provides to you. In a different video I explain about that without having any distraction now. And chapter wise you write tests. 60% is the pass percentage, but don't bother about it. Try for 90% or 100% chapter wise. And what are the international standards and all that if I explain, you cannot know. You cannot understand that because your university exams are totally different. That's why you cannot understand. Simply I have to explain about international standards means where conceptual intricacies are there, where programming intricacies are there. On all of them, the questions are developed in international certification examination. So from the beginning, from the chapter 1 onwards, you write the test. And the third one is a project. Actually, you have to develop project development skills. Those are called simply programming skills. In colleges and all that, because of their conventional system, it is very difficult to acquire programming skills. That's why I am introducing to you the web series technology. Through that, from the day 1 onwards, you start writing program. While writing programs, you acquire programming skills. It is like learning car driving. Right through driving car, you learn car driving. Here my concept is right through writing programs, you learn and master programming. Weekly, one project of 100 plus lines you can complete. So your weekly task is completing one chapter, completing one online test on that, and completing one project. All that I am going to provide to you through LMS. And here simple thing, actually as I told you already, I am providing you 60 hours of video lectures. 60 hours, 15 weeks. Average how much? 4 hours a week. If you want to complete daily 1 hour, if you study within 8 weeks, you can complete entire thing. Actually, this is the minimum study plan you have to remember. Then if you want career and all that, actually a doctor spends 5 to 10 years time to settle in a profession. You are very fortunate because you have chosen software line. That's why the matter of 100 days, strictly according to my system and my prescription, you follow what you need. Everything I am going to provide to you through my system, and I build a platform for you, and through that platform you will be in a position to choose a bright first software job. Just believe me and go ahead. Before finishing, I give you a great tip. Here you see that new Monday, new week, new goal. You follow this tip. It's simple. Actually, when you take up a chapter, then take it up on Monday, and you review it on Friday night. What is the progress? What is your commitment? You have to complete one chapter, one online test, one project. Every Friday night, you review that. What is your progress? Suppose 70% you finish. Remaining 30% in weekend, Saturday, Sunday, you finish. Suppose you finish only 50%. Remaining 50% you complete on Saturday, Sunday. By that, you can complete your weekly study plan. And if you continue the same spirit at the end of 15th week, it's almost 100 days, you will be evolved as a self-made industry-ready programmer for choosing a bright first software job. Finally, one thing I want to tell you, actually I am talking many times about self-made industry-ready programmer. Actually, this concept is not there in the programming world. Nobody is promoting that. First time I am promoting that. So, you must have a clear roadmap to evolve as a self-made programmer. For that purpose, one video I recorded, and please watch that video. I am providing link here. You watch that video, just matter of 20 minutes. By that, you realize that you can have a clear roadmap. If you follow that, ultimately, you can reach your dream destination. No doubt about that. Wish you all the best.